Hi people, I'm Annelia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give you guys an update on my Myo and D-Chiro Inositol journey. I recently put out a video about me starting metformin a few months ago, and after I posted that video I was like, I really should have mentioned something about where I'm at with the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol. So I figured I'd come on here and give a quick update. So where do I want to begin? Okay. Let me just say, the last Myo and D-Chiro update video that I posted, it was my 6-month update video. By the way, I want to say thank you so much to everybody for all the support and all the comments and all the tips that were being shared in the comments. It makes me feel good to know that me putting my journey out there is helping you guys. So let's start there. Moving on, where I'm at with the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol. I stopped taking it. I stopped taking it for a while. But wait. I started taking it again. But I do feel like this deserves an explanation. So let's take it back to my last Myo and D-Chiro Inositol video, which was my 6-month update video. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. After that video, after I saw my period, because remember I told you guys in that video that I saw my period. So after that period, the following month, I did not see a period again. Every month after that, I did not see a period. So I think that was July. I never have the dates right. I'll put the correct dates on the screen once I edit and I get a chance to go back and look at my period app. So anyway, so from around August 2023 to February of 2024, I did not see any period, right? So I went to the doctor. But let's back up. So let me just give y'all a little background. Around that time that I filmed that Myo and D-Chiro Inositol 6-month update video, I was fresh out of college. Now in college, I had an on-campus job and I was able to buy fruit and veggies and incorporate it into my diet every day. And even if I wasn't eating super clean or super healthy, even if I slipped some fast food in there, because y'all know I like my Wendy's and my McDonald's and I like the sweets. I'm not saying that I didn't do those things when I was in college, but I was still incorporating vegetables and fruits in my diet. But then when I graduated, I no longer had an on-campus job, obviously. So I was broke. I was so broke. I was broker than broke. And I'm not American. So somebody let me stay with them after I graduated because I was planning on staying in the States a few months to a year to work in the States. So while I was in the process of finding a job, I was living with this other person. Now keep in mind, because I was broke as a joke, right? I didn't have money to buy food of my own. Luckily for me, they were nice enough to say, hey, you could eat what I have here in the house. Some people would have been like, no, go buy your own food. This person knew my situation and they were nice enough to say, hey, I brought groceries. You can eat off of my stuff. You can eat off of my groceries. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Let me tell y'all where the problem with that came in. I had no choice but to eat whatever this person had in the house. We were close enough to where I could request that they buy something. So when they would go to the store, right, they would tell me to write my list. They would purchase the groceries or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, you're so sweet. But here's where the problem came in. This person had a habit of, if they don't eat a particular thing, they are not going to buy it even if I put it on the list. Like if I put ice cream on the list, they eat ice cream, so they're gonna buy the ice cream. But if I put carrots on the list, let's say they don't really eat carrots, they're not going to buy the carrots. Let me tell you where it gets worse. This person does not eat anything green. Anything that is green, they do not eat. They don't eat limes because they're green. They don't eat lettuce. They don't eat cabbage. They don't eat broccoli. They don't eat green beans. They don't eat anything green. They don't eat it. They don't drink it. They don't like it. And like I said, if they don't eat it, they're not going to get it. And who am I to complain in the situation that I'm in, right? I'll tell you who I am. I'm the person with PCOS who's gaining weight like nobody's business over here, okay? I need vegetables. I need fruits. They don't eat a lot of fruits. I don't want this to be misconstrued in any way. I'm so grateful because they didn't have to let me eat whatever it is they had in their house. They could have let me starve. But the fact is, I needed to be eating a healthy diet and I was not. So while I was taking the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol, I was eating so dirty. And let me tell you something else. This person is a Bahamian, just like me. We're both from the Bahamas. And what that means is we ate a lot of rice. We ate so much every single day. Rice and chicken, rice and pork chops, rice and ribs, rice and ground beef. It's just rice and everything. If I made mashed potatoes, we had to eat rice with the mashed potatoes. Well, they ate rice with the mashed potatoes. I did not, because that's weird. That's such a weird combination. But rice was included in every single meal, every single day. That's a lot of rice. Rice is not all that healthy, number one. Number two, rice packs on a lot of pounds on you. I was losing the battle, okay? And I remember saying in that 6-month update video, like, yeah, I'm losing weight while eating dirty and not exercising. The not exercising part was on me completely. I go like phases. I am consistent for a good 6 months, then I'm lazy for 6 months, and then consistent for another 6 months. Like the exercise part is on me, but the food, I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. I had to work with what I had, and all I had was unhealthy food. Ice cream, rice, potatoes, red meat, lots and lots of red meat. That's what we had. Like no vegetables, no fruits, no water. Don't even get me started on the water. I've never seen them drink water in my life. Now with the water part, I'm gonna drink me some water. So whenever I did happen to get some money in my hands, I would spend it on buying cases and cases of water, and then I'd buy like a bag of apples and maybe a bag of oranges. But eating one apple here and there every once a week or so, that's not really, it's not helping. So during the time that I was looking for a job, things were really rough when it came to my diet, and I was starting to lose weight, yes, but then it just turned into where I stopped losing weight and I started gaining weight, and I was gaining a lot of it. And I was taking the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol, but it just wasn't working. I know I joked around like, oh, it's a miracle in a jar and whatever else, but I mean, let's be real, it's a supplement. Myo and D-Chiro Inositol is a supplement, and it can only do so much. And with me gaining as much weight as I was gaining, and I was doing it so quickly, eventually the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol just couldn't help me see a period anymore. And in my mind, because I stopped seeing a period, that meant the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol was no longer working for me. I was already, like I said, broke, and I couldn't even afford to buy my own groceries at this point in life. And so I was like, I want to continue buying this medication if it's not going to work. That was my mindset. So I stopped taking it. But I did not stop taking it right away. So eventually I did get a job. It wasn't too long. So I started working, and I still didn't change my diet. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I did not change my diet. I had already gotten out of the habit of eating healthy at this point. I knew I was supposed to be eating healthy. I couldn't bring myself to do it anymore. So I just started eating nuggets and fries and burgers and milkshakes and ice cream, and I had a lot of apple pies and cookies. I'm gonna own up to it. I did eat a lot of those stuff because I lacked discipline. It's as simple as that. I very much lacked discipline. I had it a little more together when I was in college and I was first diagnosed. But I mean, for whatever reason, now that I was out of school and working and had the money now, I still wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And so I was gaining even more weight. All I was doing was eating cookies. And then I tried Zaxby's for the first time, and I was obsessed with Zaxby's fries. My name is Annelia Nixon, and I'm a part of the Big Back community. I was participating in the Big Back activities, and I knew in the back of my mind, in my heart, in my soul, and in my entire body, I knew that I was supposed to be eating healthier, but it was so hard. It was so hard to just go back to eating healthy stuff. It was. I just found it so difficult at this point. It's like I was so far gone. Months and months go by. I'm still taking the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol. Period still not coming. I'm still gaining weight, and I'm still not seeing any difference. Yes, I was lucky in the beginning to still see some weight loss while eating bad, but my diet got progressively worse. And eventually Myo and D-Chiro Inositol was like, girl, you on your own. You don't want better for yourself. Look at what you're doing. We understood when you ain't had no money, but now you got it. What is your excuse? I have none, except I enjoy the Big Back activities. I don't like that I like it, but I do. So I stopped taking Myo and D-Chiro Inositol in maybe December. Yeah, December I stopped taking it. And then I went to the doctor. I already know nothing good comes from months and months and months of not seeing a period. That's when she prescribed me metformin, and she also prescribed me Provera. Provera, for y'all who don't know, it triggers a period for you. So my body was forced to see a period, and then the metformin also helps women to see their periods. And the doctor told me to continue to take Myo and D-Chiro Inositol because she said it's still helping in other areas. So I started taking Myo and D-Chiro Inositol again. Hold on. So this is the brand that I switched to. I don't know, I just wanted to try something different because at some point I thought maybe it's the brand that I'm using. You know, I usually use the Wholesome Story brand, which you guys saw in my 6-month update video and my 1-month update video. But after a while of not seeing my period, I thought it was the brand that was no longer working for me, so I switched to this brand. I don't know if you guys can see that. What is this called? But it has vitamin D and some other stuff in it. So yeah, I thought it was the brand, so I switched brands, but then I switched back. This one isn't open yet, but this is the Wholesome Story brand here. So this is the new one. So when I'm done with this one, I'm just gonna go right back to Wholesome Story brand because there was nothing wrong with this. It was just me and my big back self. So I take the metformin and I take the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol. And then I am also still taking the DIM. Y'all, I don't know how to pronounce the full name of DIM, so I just call it DIM because that's what my doctor called it. But they have a PCOS version that I also tried when I was trying to figure out why my periods weren't coming. I stuck with the same brand of DIM, but I changed from this DIM to their PCOS version. And it's a little stronger than this one. I mean, there was nothing wrong with this one that I was taking, so I just switched back to this one too. Because, I mean, once I realized it was me and the weight gain, it made sense just to switch back to what I was originally using. This really has nothing to do with Myo and D-Chiro Inositol, but I do also want to say, my doctor in the States, she was like, let's try you out on metformin for a while, and if you lose no weight on it, because we all know metformin is not a weight loss drug, but you can lose weight on it, it's possible. She was like, let's try you on metformin for a while. If that doesn't work, then we'll try something else, meaning something like Ozempic or something. So when I came home to the Bahamas, my doctor here, who I absolutely love, she's amazing, I adore her, my doctor here was like, girl, stay on this metformin for a while, change your diet, go out and exercise, and then we'll talk. But she basically was like, girl, right now you and Ozempic, that's not gonna work. You still have to learn to change your diet, and you still have to learn to exercise and be consistent with it, because if you go on Ozempic, eventually you have to come off of it. Once you come off of it, you're just gonna gain all the weight back because you still have a sucky diet and you're still not exercising. So let's do what we're supposed to do while we're on metformin, and then after a while, if nothing's working, then we'll talk. So that's where I'm at now. That is a little update on the Myo and D-Chiro Inositol. I'm still taking it because the doctor's like, it's still doing its thing. You just need to lose some weight. And also, I mean, I said it in my metformin video as well, but I have been seeing a period every month since it started off with the Provera. That's what triggered the first period, and then every month after that, I've seen a period without the use of Provera. So yeah, good things, man. Good things. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye, y'all.